Hello everyone, this is the Cloud Computing Capstone demo for the Cloud Computing specialization at Coursera from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. My name is Herman Suarez and I would like to show you my approach for solving the different questions in this challenge. First of all, I would like to give you the brief overview of the system integration I used. So for the different files, I use again the S3 bucket. I process the files direct from the bucket because I had some problems trying to configure in Kafka. So I took this simple approach. Then I have a Spark in the middle. Sorry. I use the Elastic Map Reduce. The Amazon Elastic Map Reduce using Spark for this task for configuring the cluster. And finally, the results processing by Spark were persisted in DynamoDB. This is the idea, the basic idea of the data flow. Now, in the ingesting and analyzing data, again, I prefer to clean the data locally before going to S3 bucket. When I mean cleaning the data was basically the following. I took every single CSV, processed them recursively, and took the different attributes that I needed, generating a new file from that CSV. To show you that, let's say, well, this is kind of the naming structure I use, but let's take for example this one. This is my folder. I have here the different files that I process from every single folder in the aviation data, and what we got here is, I don't know, for instance in this case, the origin airport, the destination airport, and the delay in a simple text file separated by tabulations. And also I created a tarball for the files I wanted to process I wanted to be processed. So first, what we have here, part 1, part 2. In part 2, I have a similar structure that the one I use in part 1, where I have a folder for each of the questions. Well, the group of the question that I decide to solve. In this case, we have the data logs and a jar. The jar that represents the processing, the instructions of processing, and the data is a tarball, taking advantage that Spark can read from tarballs. That makes a little bit simpler and easier to process the data and to upload them into the bucket. This is basically what I did about ingesting data. So the cleanliness of the data was locally, and after that I created a new files. I create a new tarball. I put it into the S3 bucket. That for every single group of questions. And the second part, I will show you the configuration I use for the Spark cluster. So I use the advanced options where I selected Hadoop. The idea was to use the Hadoop infrastructure for the Hadoop distributed file system. Also, I check Spark here, and I choose an optional custom jar. In this case, I'm pointing to the jar for the G3Q2 question, and also I have a different arguments that made sense for me. But basically, those are the where is the input data, and in this case, for instance, is I'm going to filter for the specific queries asked in the questions, and this one was a particular one for this exercise because I process for the G3Q2 using the CRS departure and the other departure attribute that was there. Okay, so this is the basic configuration. On the cluster one, I decided to use a medium instance for the master and use two instances, two X large instances for in the processing side. I think it was good enough for what I needed in my results. And finally, the result of this was persistence and DynamoDB. I got different tables that represent that. Here I have the G3Q2, that is the sample that I've been used for the video. And also, as you can see, the different data I have filtered here for the results. Now, as a final part, I would like to show you as requested the different questions. In this case, for group one, I got the different airports with the count in this case, and as you can see in the PDF is more information about the process and the input of the data. For the Q1, G1, Q3, I have the days, the arrive delay, the count, the average, and everything that had a count and arrive delay has also an average, because that was one of the things I took from the exercise one when I saw the solve queries. For group two, I answered question one, question two, and question three. And as you can see here, there are the different different tables for the different airports and discounts at this average as well. Also for the question two and the question three. And finally, for question 3.2, I have I have here the different results that are the same that I show you here in DynamoDB. This is a filter result, and basically here it shows the information of the first leg, the second leg, and for each of the roads that were asked in the queries. Okay, that is basically what I had to show you. Hope that you enjoy it, and thank you very much. Bye bye.